Managing blood sugar is essential, especially as we age. It's not just about avoiding sweets or counting carbs, it's about understanding how our choices impact our well-being. Today, we're diving into simple, effective ways to keep your blood sugar in check so you can feel your best every day. Here's a gem from Hippocrates, the father of medicine himself. Let food be thy medicine and medicine be thy food. Simple, right? Yet, in a world of pills and promises, we've drifted from that truth. Today, we're stepping back to the roots, back to what's real, because if you're over 60 and feeling that quiet tug of fatigue or worry about your blood sugar, this one humble cup might just be the gentle nudge your body's been craving. Let's explore it together. Picture this. It's morning. The sun's just peeking through your kitchen window, and you're sipping your coffee, wondering why you feel so off. A little tired, maybe a bit thirsty, even though you slept 8 hours. Sound familiar? That was my neighbor Joan, 68, a retired teacher with a laugh that could light up a room. She chalked it up to just getting older, until her doctor dropped a bombshell. Her blood sugar was sneaking into pre-diabetes territory. She wasn't alone. Over 25 million seniors in the U.S., more than a quarter of us over 65, are wrestling with prediabetes or type 2 diabetes, many without even knowing it. But what if I told you there's a simple drink, nothing fancy, just 3 ingredients you might already have in your pantry, that could help? Not a cure, not a gimmick, but a small natural habit that might steady your blood sugar, lift your energy, and give you back a little control. It's fenugreek seeds, cinnamon, and turmeric steeped in hot water, sipped daily, and backed by science that's been whispering its promise for years. Too good to be true? Maybe. But stick with me. We're going to unpack the why, the how, and the real stories behind it. This could be the gentle wake-up call your body's been waiting for. Quick hello. Where are you watching from? Drop your city. Say Boise or Boston in the comments below. I'd love to know. And if you're ready to feel stronger, sharper, and more like you, hit subscribe and tap that bell. We're diving into something special today. Let's do this together. Why blood sugar matters after 60. Let's start at the beginning. What's this whole blood sugar thing about? You've probably heard it tossed around, at the doctor's office, on TV, maybe from that friend who's always preaching about kale. Blood sugar's just glucose, the energy that keeps you going. Your body's fuel. When it's balanced, you're humming along, clear-headed, steady on your feet. But when it's off, too low and you're shaky, too high, and it's like gunking up your engine with molasses. After 60, keeping that balance gets trickier. Your metabolism slows down, your cells get a little stubborn, and suddenly, that extra cookie or missed walk feels like it's sticking around longer than it used to. Take Joan. She loved her routine. Coffee with cream, toast with a smear of jam, maybe a biscuit with her afternoon tea. But by noon, she'd be dozing on the couch, her energy gone. That's just age. She'd sigh, shrugging it off. Then came the doctor's visit. Her A1C, that little number that measures your average blood sugar over months, was 6.2, teetering right on the edge of prediabetes. She wasn't diabetic yet, but she was on the path. It hit her hard, not because she was scared, but because she realized she'd been ignoring the signs. That's when she started asking, what can I do about it? And that's where this drink steps in, a small, simple way to nudge things back in line. Here's the kicker. You don't have to overhaul your life. You don't need a fancy diet or a gym membership you'll never use. This is about one cup, one habit, one little act of care for yourself each day. Let's break it down, because understanding why it matters is the first step to making it work. So, what's happening under the hood? Two big culprits: insulin resistance and inflammation. Insulin's your body's gatekeeper. It's the key that unlocks your cells so sugar can get in and power you up. But with insulin resistance, that key starts to stick. Your cells say, "No thanks," and sugar piles up in your blood instead. It's like trying to open a rusty lock. Frustrating, right? Then there's inflammation, your body's alarm system on overdrive. It's supposed to protect you, but when it's chronic, it's like a smoke detector that won't stop beeping, stressing your pancreas, your liver, even your brain. Think about it. Ever notice how after a big meal, say Thanksgiving with all the trimmings, you feel sluggish, maybe a little achy? That's inflammation kicking in. And for seniors, it's often worse because our bodies aren't as quick to hit the reset button. Insulin resistance doesn't help. It's why Joan's afternoon naps stretched longer, why her joints creaked more than they used to. The National Institute of Diabetes says over half of us over 60 have some level of insulin resistance, even if we're not diabetic yet. And inflammation. It's tied to everything: heart trouble, arthritis, even that foggy feeling when you can't find your keys. But here's the good news. You're not powerless. Nature's got some tricks up its sleeve. Ingredients that can calm inflammation, coax those cells to listen to insulin again, and maybe even lighten the load on your body. That's where fenugreek, cinnamon, and turmeric come in. They're not just spices. They're like quiet helpers working behind the scenes. Let's meet them one by one. First up, fenugreek seeds. Ever heard of them? They're tiny golden nuggets with a funny name and a big history. In India, they've been used for centuries, ground into curries, steeped as tea, even chewed raw by folks who swear by their grit. Joan hadn't a clue what they were until her daughter, a bit of a health nut, dropped off a jar. "Smells like maple syrup," Joan said, sniffing suspiciously. But here's why they're special. Fenugreek's loaded with soluble fiber. Think of it like a sponge that soaks up sugar in your gut, slowing it down so your blood doesn't get flooded. Science backs this up. A 2023 study in PMC, that's a big medical journal, found that people with type 2 diabetes who took fenugreek daily saw their fasting blood sugar drop by up to 13%. Another study showed it could lower A1C by almost a full point over 3 months. How? That fiber doesn't just slow sugar. It also helps your gut talk to your pancreas, keeping insulin steady. For seniors, that's huge. It means fewer spikes, less crashing, more even energy through the day. Joan started small. A teaspoon of seeds soaked overnight, then simmered in water the next morning. "Tastes a bit bitter," she admitted, "but it's growing on me." She didn't turn into a superhero overnight, no marathons or cartwheels, but after a couple of weeks she noticed something. Her midday slump wasn't as deep and she didn't feel that heavy drag after lunch. Want to try it? You can toss fenugreek into soups or sprinkle it on roasted veggies too. It's versatile. Just don't overdo it. Too much can upset your stomach. A teaspoon's plenty. Cinnamon. It's not just a spice for your favorite desserts. It's a powerhouse of health benefits. From reducing inflammation to fighting bacteria, cinnamon has a lot to offer. It can even help manage blood sugar levels, making it a great addition to a balanced diet. So, next time you sprinkle some on your oatmeal or in your coffee, remember, you're not just adding flavor, you're boosting your health. Next, cinnamon. Oh, this one's a crowd pleaser. Reminds you of cozy winters, apple pie, maybe a dusting on your oatmeal. But it's more than a pretty spice. It's got a knack for helping insulin do its job. Picture cinnamon as a friendly coach, tapping your cells on the shoulder and saying, "Hey, open up, let that sugar in." A 2018 review of over a dozen studies found that cinnamon could lower fasting blood sugar by up to 52 milligrams per deciliter in some folks with type 2 diabetes. That's not small potatoes, it's real change. But here's the fine print. Not all cinnamon's the same. There's cassia cinnamon, cheap, common, and a little risky. It's got coumarin, which can strain your liver if you overdo it. Then there's Ceylon cinnamon, smoother, safer, and worth the extra buck. Joan learned this the hard way. Bought the bargain, stuff first, then switched after her daughter nagged her about it. Tastes softer, she said, and she's right. Ceylon's the gold standard if you're sipping it daily. Joan was dubious at first. Cinnamon's for dessert, not diabetes. But she gave it a whirl, sprinkled it on her toast, stirred it into her coffee, and added it to this drink we're talking about. A few months later, her A1C dropped from 6.2 to 5.8. Her doctor blinked. "What's your secret?" She just grinned. Now, the science isn't airtight. Some studies say cinnamon's a star, others say it's a maybe. But for Joan, it was a low-risk win. Why not give it a shot? Half a teaspoon a day won't break the bank or your taste buds. Now, turmeric. Oh, this one's the rock star. Bright yellow, earthy, and popping with curcumin, a compound that's like a superhero for inflammation. Remember that overactive alarm system? Curcumin swoops in, dials it down, and tells your body to chill. A 2013 review of over 200 studies, big stuff, found that curcumin cut blood sugar and inflammation in animals, and early human trials are lighting up with promise. For seniors, that's a game changer. Less joint stiffness, sharper thinking, maybe even a little help keeping blood sugar in check. Here's a pro tip. Turmeric needs a buddy. On its own, your body barely absorbs curcumin. It's like tossing gold coins into the wind. Add a pinch of black pepper. Its piperine boosts absorption by 2,000%. Joan cackled when I told her, "A spice cocktail!" But she tried it. A month in, her morning aches weren't as loud and she felt clearer-headed. She even started adding turmeric to her rice. "Makes it look fancy," she said. "Just go easy. Too much can turn your tongue yellow or irritate your gut. A half teaspoon's your sweet spot." These three, fenugreek, cinnamon, turmeric, they're not newfangled fads. They've been around forever, trusted by grandmas and healers long before we had labs to prove it. Together, they're like a little team, tackling sugar spikes, insulin hiccups, and inflammation from different angles. Ready to see how they come together? All right, let's make this drink. It's easier than brewing coffee, I promise. Here's what you need. A teaspoon of fenugreek seeds, half a teaspoon of Ceylon cinnamon powder, half a teaspoon of turmeric powder, and a tiny pinch of black pepper if you're up for it. Step 1. Soak those fenugreek seeds in a small bowl of water overnight, about 8 hours. Next morning, pour a cup of water into a pot. Add the soaked seeds, water and all, and bring it to a gentle boil. Simmer for 5 minutes. Your kitchen's going to smell amazing. Take it off the heat, stir in the cinnamon, turmeric, and pepper, then let it sit for a couple of minutes. Strain it into your favorite mug and sip it warm. Joan calls it her sunrise tea, says it's like a hug from the inside out. Not wild about the flavor. Fenugreek's a bit bitter, turmeric's earthy. Take some getting used to. Add a squeeze of lemon for brightness or a drizzle of honey. Just a whisper, since honey's still sugar. Joan's trick? A half teaspoon of honey and a twist of lemon zest. Feels like a treat, she says. You can tweak it. Make it yours. Maybe sip it while you read the paper or watch the birds. It's your moment. When's the best time? Morning's ideal. Kicks your day off steady, but some folks like it before bed to keep overnight sugars calm. How much? 1 cup a day's plenty. Don't overdo it, especially if you're new to these spices. And here's a bonus. Keep a little log. Jot down your energy, your mood, maybe even your blood sugar if you've got a monitor. Joan did. She noticed patterns after a week, and it kept her motivated. This isn't a sprint. It's a slow, steady dance with your body. When it comes to integrating new habits into your lifestyle, remember to take it slow and steady. Listen to your body and consult your healthcare provider before making significant changes. This drink can be a beneficial addition, but it's essential to maintain a balanced diet and regular exercise. Stay mindful of your overall health and well-being. But let's zoom out. This drink's just one piece of the puzzle. Blood sugar's a team sport, and diet's your MVP. Think whole foods, veggies, nuts, lean meats, over processed stuff like white bread or sugary sodas. Joan swapped her afternoon biscuit for a handful of almonds. "Taste better with tea anyway," she said. Movement helps too. Not marathons, just a walk around the block or stretching while the TV's on. Studies show even 15 minutes a day can nudge your insulin sensitivity up. Sleep's another player. 7 hours keeps your hormones happy. This drink? It's your warm-up, not the whole game. Joan's proof. After 3 months of her sunrise tea plus smaller meals and a daily stroll, her A1C held steady at 5.8. Her doctor was impressed. "Keep it up," he said. She felt it too. Less fog, more pep. It's not about perfection. It's about stacking small wins. Maybe for you, it's this drink plus cutting soda, or swapping fries for a salad. You don't have to change everything. Just start somewhere. Now, a big heads up, because you're worth it. This drink's not a substitute for your meds or your doctor's wisdom. Fenugreek and cinnamon can drop your blood sugar. Great, unless you're already on diabetes meds like metformin. You could go too low, and that's no picnic. Shaky, sweaty, scary stuff. Joan's doctor tweaked her dose after she started this routine. Caught it just in time. Turmeric's a blood thinner, so if you're on warfarin or aspirin, double check. Even natural stuff can clash. Tell your healthcare team what you're up to. They'll guide you, keep you safe. New to blood sugar monitoring? Grab a cheap glucometer. Walmart's got them for under $20. Test strips are pricier, but you don't need many. Just check once or twice a week to see how this drink sits with you. Joan's husband, a bit of a skeptic, got her one for Christmas. "If it works, I'll eat my hat," he teased. He's still got his hat, but he's not laughing anymore. As we wrap up, remember, your journey to better health is a series of small, meaningful steps. Each day, each choice builds towards a stronger, healthier you. Take this moment to commit to your well-being. Reach out, share what you've learned, and let's make a difference together. Here's what sticks with me. Your body's carried you through decades. Raising kids, building a life, weathering storms. After 60, it's not asking for a marathon. It's asking for care, one small step at a time. This drink's that step, a warm, simple ritual that says, "I've got you." It's not a cure, but it might just lighten your load, brighten your days. Share it with someone you love, your sister, your best friend, your bingo buddy. It's not just a recipe. It's a little spark of hope you can pass along. Let's make waves together. Text this video to your crew, your walking partner, your brother fretting over his checkup, that cousin buried in Medicare paperwork. Add a note, "We're tougher than we think. Let's do this." Smash that like. If this lit a fire in you, subscribe and ring the bell. More goodness is coming. Check with your doctor first. Your health's one of a kind. Let's keep this ripple going. You've got this, friend. Here's to your health. One cup, one day, one strong step at a